A few weeks ago, Christian had that home run that hooked foul.
Yeah.
And then, today he looked like he was maybe going to have one, and then he kept battling and got it. I wonder what you thought about that at bat.
Well, when he hit the ball down the left field line, everybody was yelling, "Get out, get out." I'm just thinking, "Get down." I just wanted the ball to be fair. I don't know how much foul it was, but it wasn't much. The wind pushed it. And, you're kind of thinking in the day, oh, man, are we going to get a break? And then, he fought off, I don't know, a high fastball, fouled straight back. I don't know, breaker down and in, whatever. And then, he just absolutely crushed that pitch. It was into the wind. I didn't know if it had enough. I think on a normal day it goes way out. But he got all of it, and it was some type of off-speed pitch. And just to me, it was like a fearless at-bat. It was like the moment wasn't too big for him. He just kept fighting. The dugout was fighting. The fans started cheering. They were behind him, and that was really good to hear. When our fans started I know his adrenaline was rolling, and it might have got him over the hump. But, give the guys credit, man. We played hard. I think about Gackle. He pitched really good. That home run, guy hits it. When it went up in the air, we're thinking, oh, my God, it's going to the spot where it's going to go, the left-handed slice. I talked about it on Phil's show this morning or today. That's the scary one when they hit him high and the wind's blowing across, and it didn't blow foul. It stayed fair, and all of a sudden we're down 3-0 after working hard to score that run, or 3-1, and then I don't know. We just hung in there. We set up a great inning in the seventh. We knew everything they were going to do. If we lay down a bunt, they're going to put Ryder on. It's going to be up to Cam. I mean, everybody in the stands knew what was going to happen. And Cam had a pitch to hit, and he got a little too crazy with it, and he hit it foul. And then he went to work on him a little bit. And, and then, New had a rough day. That's enough of that. But the at-bat of the game, the home run was unbelievable. But Souza's at-bat before that was amazing. And he went down and got a pitch and just slapped it over the second baseman's head, and you're kind of thinking, okay, maybe we can do something. And we're going to give him one swing. Didn't go real good. Then we're going to bunt him. And then, obviously, with 2 strikes, Coach is saying to me, do you want me to bunt him? I said, no, let him hit. And he fought off a bunch of pitches. And, I really believe this team deserved to win a game like that because we have not really won a game like that in all the games we played. And sometimes you just got to have a break, and somebody has to step up, and those 2 hitters in the ninth did it.
I'll follow up on 2 things you said. Between Souza and Christian, they fouled off 9 pitches in that inning in those 2 at-bats. What do you think they saw that was helping them extend those at-bats?
For one thing, we box off, we get up and move up in the box, get a little closer to the plate, make that slider nasty changeup he has, seem a little higher where they can get to it maybe. And I just think once they got to a couple of those and fouled them off, the more you see, the better you get. And I think about, us, we got whipped yesterday, no doubt, but we got that guy in the game. And, maybe he lost just enough in the ninth to help us get to him. So you never know. We always tell the guys all that stuff matters. You gotta figure out a way to, get to the next hitter. But if you foul pitches off and you get pitch counts up, it affects the next day. It's like getting on Friday. If you can get their number 1 pitcher out of the game early, they got to go to the bullpen. And it just adds up. Everything adds up. And I think yesterday, getting him in the game, starting to thread a little bit, all of a sudden now he's out there twice. We've seen him. And, he's almost been unhittable if you look at his numbers this year. And it's nothing overpowering. It's just different. So the more you can see different, the better shot you got at it.
And then you mentioned how the 7th inning ended for you guys, and then Udermark led off the 8th with that big home run to center. Did you sense that the attitude was still good in the dugout, that you felt that or the team could come back?
I mean, that's all I was saying in there. We still have 6 outs. And I feel like that we're doing better. You just try to keep them motivated. But I didn't really feel like I needed to. I mean, I was saying things. Other guys were saying things. A lot of frustration after we don't score in the 7th when 3 and 4 hitter don't make contact. After other guys gave themselves up, they put, Ryder's probably our best offensive player against left-handed pitching if you look at the numbers. But we knew that was going to happen. So then it's up to this guy. And I think Cam's been swinging the bat good. He had a shot with one pitch. He didn't get it. And then after that, the guy made some great pitches. But I think that we kept our spirits up in there. And we told them before the game, and I didn't need to tell them how important the game was. So I didn't say it like that. I just told them, you guys wanted to play in the Southeastern Conference. You wanted to play in games like this. And I said, every game we play from here on out, we could say, hey, this game's super important. My comment was it's going to be sunny and 77. You're going to have a full crowd. We got a national TV game. What more could you want? So if you're a little tired or you're a little banged up, you need to get over it. This is what you live for. And I always talk about pro ball, and guys want to play pro ball, and they have to play every day. This you better love it or you shouldn't be here, is what I told them.
For Christian, a guy that comes in highly touted, obviously he had some good moments for you guys in the fall and the preseason. Not much. Just how big of a moment could this be, maybe, in sparking him for either this season or the rest of his career, maybe?
Well, I guess time will tell, but I truly believe that he's going to be a really good player here. He's got incredible speed. He's a really good defender in the outfield, and he can steal bases. Sometimes as a coach, I feel bad that we haven't played some of these younger guys a little bit more. But the problem is we lost too many midweek games early, and we were trying to get our numbers up, and you can't really experiment a whole lot. And when we did, it didn't go great. But, they need some more time. They need some experience. But I think it should, help him as time goes on. Maybe he gets a start too next weekend. We'll see. I mean, why not? And but yeah, I just love the way that he was fearless.
You mentioned, I think you said on your pregame with Phil, you wanted Gabe to prove that he can be a weekend starter the rest of the year. How encouraging was it today to see what gave you? Because like you said, the home run was kind of wind aided, and otherwise he was really good.
No, we were excited with what we saw. He threw 4 innings. We could have thrown him another inning. I think with around 80 pitches, somewhere in there, 70 something. He definitely had another inning in there, but we thought let's just get him out now. We got our whole bullpen for the most part ready to go, and keep him confident, keep him rolling. Don't overuse him. Have him ready for Oklahoma next week. But yeah, I mean, he'll be in the rotation next week.
It seemed like maybe correct me if I'm wrong. It seemed like maybe he started getting loose a little later than normal today. Like, just maybe is that like trying to do a different routine as a starter than he
I don't know.
been?
I mean, you'd either have to talk to him or Coach Hobbs, who's with him. I'm up here. I didn't know that, so I'm going to ask him when I go in there.
And then what about Parker today too? I mean, especially that last
inning. Really
inning.
good for an inning tee. He really spotted the ball away to left-handed hitters. Hindsight's 20/20. We send him back out, but he was a little bit gassed, honestly. He's about a 3-inning guy. Anything after that, it starts to fade a little bit. He threw 40 pitches, had to go through a couple of tough hitters. We really don't like him to. A lot of times, don't want them to see him twice because he's different, because he's not overpowering. And I thought he did a really good job. He gave us a chance to catch up, and we did. And then McIlvain, goes 1-0 or 2-0, and I think it was the second pitch, and he didn't throw the ball away. He didn't throw it in. He threw it right where he could hammer it, and he hammered it. I mean, full-grown man playing third base, sitting in the 3-hole for Ole Miss, that's for sure.
Coach, what kind of impact can this kind of win have for your team going into this end of the season?
Well, I hope it shows them that anything's possible, and they can come back and win a big game when it really matters, and it's just a good feeling. We don't play again until next Friday. The guys are going to be in finals. We're not going to practice for 2 days. We won't practice till Wednesday, and it'll be not voluntary, but it'll be maybe at night. If when all the finals are over that day, if they want to come out, if they got to study for something, we don't make them come out, and then we'll go full team practice Thursday. It sure is going to make it a lot better 3 or 4 days for me personally. Hopefully, it will for them.
I guess with Christian, obviously, all leading up to that moment. But where do you feel like you've seen him, I guess, grow the most since you got him on campus?
He's one of those guys. He's wiry, strong. He's about 175, 180 pounds. Works hard in the weight room. So I've seen him. He's even gotten stronger. To hit a ball against a 10, 15 mile an hour wind. When it wasn't a fastball, something off speed, all that was his power. That was his pop, his bat speed. I've just seen him grow up as a person, honestly. When he walked in the door, he's 18 maybe, and he looked really young. Like he looked like he was 17, 16, starting to see him, just grow up, develop, and mature. And, he's had some good days and bad days, but I truly believe that something like that it's got to propel you forward.
Did you see that Cahillo's home run landed in that barbecue truck in left field?
I know when he hit it, I'm right there. When he hit it, it looked like a golf ball to me. He looked like he hit a perfect drive that did not go this way or that way. It stayed straight, which is really rare for a baseball. I just knew he absolutely crushed it. I don't know where that truck is. Did it one hop into it or back? Yeah.
I don't know if it landed in a sandwich or not, but
I would say that the owner of that truck ought to keep that ball. Get Cahillo to sign it. The ball's hammered.
he's hit a home run in 3 straight games. I know you've talked about it in the last couple of days, but I mean, it just seems
That's
like
my other phone. Anyway,
it seems
sorry.
like it continues to go well for him.
That's why I kept slowly moving him out the lineup. He was 5th today. I almost put him at cleanup. Probably should have, but he had a really good day. And when they made a mistake, he hit it. The first one he found the hole. The other, for a single, didn't he? Didn't he single the left, driving a run? And then the home run was absolutely crushed.
And you put Damian back in the leadoff spot today.
Yeah.
You like what you're seeing from him there?
Yeah, really just to take a little pressure off Carter Rutenbar. I just feel like that him leading off the game was good while it was going. I just felt like that I could just see a little bit of stress in his face, and just put him down there. But maybe he could get a hit down there and just not be the first guy up in the game when the guy's throwing 98 miles an hour. That's kind of why I did it.
You've been touching on the growth or the improvement that Cahillo's shown. Where does that start? Like, does that start in BP and like individual one-on-one work with Thompson? I mean,
it's a little bit of all that. I mean, in batting practice, most of his rounds, there's 3 to 4 good rounds. He's hitting the ball up the middle. He's hitting the ball to right center, and he was having trouble doing it almost a month ago, and now he's smoking balls to center, right center. And then, kind of let it fire away. Maybe that last round he hits 2 left, 2 to right, whatever. But I think he's had a lot of success in BP staying over the ball and just driving it that way. And because, his outs were a lot of ground balls to third, so he's pulling off. And he hadn't been hitting left-handers very well this year. And last year he hit them really well, at least early in the season. And that's a sign of a right-hander pulling off. And, I think he's taking it to heart. He's been frustrated, been working on it, and I've told him personally, we got to have you. We got to have you. Without you, it just takes away from a big threat in our lineup, and it affects what they do in front of him.
I know he wanted it, you guys wanted it, like for him to stick in right field. But do you think maybe just focusing on DH and kind of not putting that behind him has helped him a little bit recently?
Oh yeah, I think it has. Now I think he knows how to DH. It's hard DHing. You sit in there and you don't run around. You don't go in and out of the field. You just got to stay loose. You got to figure out what works for you personally. And he did it last year. And I think at first it was a little bit of I'm going to be out there. Then it wasn't going good. Then he wasn't hitting real well. And then the other guy was. And finally, it wasn't so much about playing in the outfield. It was about being a really good hitter, be a tough out. And, hopefully, last year at the beginning of the year, I've never seen anybody hotter. I've never had a hitter hit like he hit for the first 45 days of the season. I mean, he was hitting over 500. And everything he hit was going off the wall or out of the park. And 110 miles an hour, then it slowly faded away, and I didn't expect him to stick there. I would love for him to finish like that this year. That would be a great thing.
Skip, appreciate it.
All right.